Like if you found the video valuable. Ananya had always loved the library. To her, it wasn't just about books. It was about the silence, the smell of old pages, and the comfort of knowing she could escape into another world whenever life outside felt too loud. Every evening after work, she made her way to the small public library tucked away in an old part of the city. It was her secret place of peace. One rainy Tuesday, as she was flipping through a worn-out poetry collection, a small piece of paper slipped out. Curious, she unfolded it. The handwriting was neat, almost careful, and the words made her smile. If you're reading this, it means you believe in stories too. She looked around the library, half expecting someone to be watching her, but the room was quiet as always. With her heart racing a little, she put the note back, but not before scribbling a reply. I do. What about you? The next evening, she couldn't stop herself from hurrying back. The poetry book sat in its usual place, and when she opened it, another note waited. Then maybe we're already part of one. And so it began. Their secret conversation in scraps of paper. Every few days, there was a new message waiting. They wrote about their favorite books, their dreams, and even little pieces of their lives. She learned that he loved black coffee, hated rainy mornings, and believed that the best kind of stories were the ones that surprised you. He discovered that she dreamed of traveling the world, carried a notebook everywhere, and believed sunsets were proof that endings could be beautiful. For weeks, this little exchange became the best part of her day. She didn't know his name, his face, or his voice. But through those letters, she felt she knew him better than most people she saw every day. One evening, after writing yet another reply, she paused. Her fingers lingered on the page as she finally dared to ask, "Do you want to meet?" She almost regretted writing it. What if he didn't answer? What if he stopped leaving notes altogether? But the following Saturday, when she rushed back, there was a reply. It was short, but it made her heart pound. Yes, this Saturday, 5 p.m., Poetry Aisle. The week felt impossibly long. By Saturday evening, she was nervous enough to consider not going at all. But when the clock struck 5, she stood in the poetry aisle, clutching the book that had started it all. The library door creaked open, and footsteps echoed softly against the wooden floor. She held her breath. Then she saw him. A young man with kind eyes, carrying the same poetry book in his hands, walked toward her. He looked just as nervous as she felt, but when their eyes met, he smiled. "I guess we've been reading the same story all along," he said softly. Ananya laughed, her nerves melting away. Looks like it. They spent the next hour sitting by the tall window, talking like old friends. There was no awkwardness, no hesitation, only the sense that something they had both been waiting for had finally arrived. As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting golden light into the library, Ananya realized that love sometimes doesn't arrive with grand gestures or dramatic moments. Sometimes, it slips quietly between the pages of an old book, waiting for two people to find it. And for Ananya and Arav, the library was no longer just a place filled with forgotten pages. It had become the beginning of their story, one written not just in notes, but in every shared smile, every conversation, and every moment that followed.